Are you looking at starting your own business? From marketing to staffing to plans and permits, there's lots to know. That's what we're talking about today on In the Know. I'm Julia Supa. Welcome to In the Know. Joining me today are two local women who took a small idea that started in their mom's basement to a multi-location franchise, and they started right here in York Region. Laura and Josie Canoni are the co-founders and CEOs of Glama Tween Spa, and today we're talking about entrepreneurship. Ladies, thank you so much for being here on In the Know.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us join you.
Okay, I'm so proud because you're friends of mine, although you know, I've wanted to have you on our shows for such a long time. We went to high school. I'm in awe of the two of you.
Thank you.
Because you took an idea, literally, that started in your mom's basement.
Yes.
And you've grown it to like an empire.
Yeah, well, when you say it, it really doesn't feel it. But it's like, wow, yeah, it is. Passion. That's the key word here. Like it is, we have a passion, and we didn't know about that passion until we started it. And it's our everything. It's what wakes us up in the morning. It's what drives us to stay late hours at work, come up with new ideas. Starting a business is very hard. It's not easy.
Okay, so you had this great idea to do like spa treatments for little girls.
Yes, so it derived from my bridal shower, which was a spa-themed bridal shower. And at the bridal shower, we had an event station for the children, because we always find that whenever we would go to events, the children would always get left out. They'd be running around. Parents would be able to enjoy the shower. So we had a little table where we provided manicure services, for the girls, or they made their own lip gloss, or they even had like a little area where they made their own little purse.
Little purses.
When I remember. So friends of ours, relatives that were at our bridal shower, like, can you do this for a birthday party? Can you? Yeah, we're like, we didn't think of it as a, we're like, sure, why not? So we did it for our cousin's birthday, and it's actually funny that we're here today because yesterday was Vanessa, our cousin's birthday, and it was her birthday 9 years ago.
Wow.
That we did for the first time, October 21st, right? So we did her birthday. All her friends loved it, and from that, all her friends were like, okay. Their parents were like, how much do you charge? And
we're like, okay, we have something that could be, right? And they all really loved it, and
it just kept going. And then we realized we are really busy and we can't just do it, both of us. So we had Josie's friends who were in teachers college at the time, and we would do mobile parties, and they had their job on the weekends. So we would get from Mississauga, Brampton, Toronto, we'd have 4 or 5 crews of girls going out to people's homes to do that. And then that was from 2006 to 2008 of just going crazy.
And then at what point did you decide, okay, this has got some legs here. We're going to turn this into a business, a career.
Yes, so it was very scary. It was in 2008 when we realized we need a place. And our father, who's not here today, he passed away, basically told us, he's like, you need to get out of my basement, because everything was stored like in his basement. We had like shelves upon shelves.
Bins filled with
stuff.
Yeah,
and then there was like lists on the side saying what was on each shelf, and then we'd even get our mom to help us. We're like, okay, Ma, like, Josie's coming at this time picking this up, or Amanda's coming at this time picking for this party, right? So it was just getting overdone. He's like, you need to take the chance. And I'm like, well, I got married. I'm like, Daddy, like, what if something happens? I have a mortgage. He's like, you're going to regret it if you don't take that chance. So we got a $10,000 line of credit, home business line of credit, and that's how we started. And we got our first rent at a place in Concord. I'll never forget, our first month's rent was like $1,200 or $1,500 at the time, going back years ago. And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, right? And it's like, what if we don't make it? And we were sold out. Every weekend people were like getting upset if they didn't have a date. So it worked.
And I think the number one thing she said is taking the risk, right? There's always needs to be someone, you have an idea, and you know it's something cool, and it was working well. Why not? You'll never know until you do that.
Well, in 2008, Josie was in teachers college that year. So she did her whole year at teachers college, and I was working part-time at work, like at an electrical company, and running the Glama on Millway. And I was like, we can't do it anymore. We were running ragged. So once she finished teachers college, she did some teaching, and then she realized, I'm going to have to help you.
Well, you need to devote your whole time. If it's a business concept you have, you need to give everything in it, right?
So the first thing I'm hearing is take that risk if you have a good idea.
You have to take the risk, hands down, and be able to take that jump, and also be able to understand the risk involved and be prepared to do that.
Okay. Now, obviously, it's a happy story, and you're doing so well. So in the last 9 years, you've now opened how many locations?
Ironically, 9.
9 locations.
Yes, we're at 9.
And you have franchised franchised the business out.
Yes. So originally Vaughan was one of our corporate stores, but we just sold that this year in January as a franchise, and it's just doing super amazing. So now there's 8 franchise locations, and we still own a corporate store in Ajax, which was our second store that we opened. Yeah.
Excellent. So there's obviously some struggle along the way.
Absolutely.
Right from day one?
Yeah, no, maybe not day one.
I think the struggles change, right? It all depends.
Yeah. There's always hiccups along the way. It's a roller coaster. But it's important of how you learn from those struggles, from those errors, from those mistakes. Like, we're not perfect. We've made mistakes, but it's how we can learn from them and benefit from them and turn a negative sometimes into a positive. So yeah.
Who was your first call when your dad said, "Okay, girls, get out"? Who was your first call? Was it the bank?
So yeah, basically, we met with our bank to see, like, what can we get and so forth. And they're like, well, we can give you a $200,000, business loan. We're like, oh my God, I can't take on that debt. Right? We're like, let's start small. We're like, let's see what we can do with $10,000. So what we did was, we saw our Vaughan location when it first opened, a lot of the stuff was items we bought on Kijiji, and we just redid them and like upcycled them. Our nail bar was like actually like a 1970s like bar in someone's basement that we got for like $50, and we like blinged it up.
Refurnished it.
Fun tufted it. Yeah, we did. Remember we put the felt, the zebra felt.
We painted. We had our whole family help us paint.
Damiano, Josie's husband, and Dave, they painted the whole place for us.
So you used your family.
Use your family.
Use your resources.
Yes, you need your family. Your family needs to be your support system. But sometimes people find that family, the other opposite too, is they'll tell them not to take that risk. So it's a fine line.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any challenges working with your sister, either one of you?
You know what? It's funny. Growing up, we were young. Sharing clothes was always arguments. But as we got older, I think now we've become even closer with our business, right?
Yeah, like sometimes she'll bring me lunch that she made the night before her dinner, and
we take care of each other.
And I'm like, oh, thanks, Josie. So then I'm like, then one night I'm like, oh my gosh, I guess I have to have dinner ready for her, lunch ready for her tomorrow. Dave, let's cook dinner.
Payback.
Yes.
Where did the Glama Gal name come from?
So at my bridal shower, everybody's table had a name, right? And the kids' table was called the Glama Gal table. Instead of glamour, we said, let's call it Glama. And so we just went with it.
And it's stuck.
And it's stuck.
Part of our history,
absolutely.
our culture, and it's grown with us.
It's grown with us.
Okay, we have to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more logistically.
Yes. We're
going to talk about business plan, getting that mortgage, and getting your foot out the door and starting that business.
Absolutely.
Don't go anywhere. Back to In the Know. We are talking all about entrepreneurship today and starting your own business. And today, Laura and Josie Canoni from Glama Gal Tween Spa are the guests for In the Know. So what do you need to start that business? So family support, you need some money.
Absolutely.
You need the idea, obviously, but then at some point you have to turn it into a business.
Yes, you absolutely have to, and professionalism is key. So one of the first things you're going to need is a great logo. Don't go on Google and search for images that, if you're doing, say, let's just give an example, a cupcake business. Don't go find someone's cupcake image. There's big laws and issues against that, copyright.
You can't steal someone's stuff.
Exactly. So get a great graphic designer. So there's tons of graphic designers all over Ontario, all over Canada. Get a great one. Tell them what you're looking for. Tell them the colors, him or her, the colors you'd like to use. Get yourself a logo. Once you have that logo, get that logo trademarked so that nobody else can use that logo. And get your name trademarked. So let's just use a bath company, for example, now, because that's something that we've gone towards. Get your company's name trademarked so that nobody else is using Susie's Soap Company. That's your first step, is getting that. So that when you're even presenting yourself in business cards, letterheads, website, that's the first thing that they always ask for. And make sure any logo you get the vector format of that, because you're going to always need that no matter what.
Okay, and that just legitimizes your company, right?
Absolutely.
It gives you some legs to stand on.
Absolutely. And have a good tagline, a good slogan that you always stand by, and have your elevator pitch. 30 seconds of exactly when someone asks you, what is your business, you have that always, and that messaging is always consistent. So then following that marketing, you need a great PR company, right? So sometimes, or a PR team, or if you have your own PR, right? To pitch yourself. So pitch yourself to the media, pitch yourself, to bloggers, blogger programs, and so forth, so that your messaging online is also there. It's very important to have a great online presence, so that if people are typing in Google Glama Gal, everything about Glama Gals pops up first, and reviews are number one.
Right.
So client reviews, because when someone's looking to come to Glama Gals, they go on Google first to see reviews. Think about when you go to a restaurant or a hotel. So those are very important.
So I know a lot of local businesses or small businesses might not have huge budgets when it comes to advertising, when it comes to PR companies and things like that, but you can start really small, really grassroots, right?
Absolutely, you can totally do it yourself. Just your pitch should be what you pitch to local media. Send the director, the producer, segment producers about your company. You can do it yourself. I believe that, like, based on our own experience, segment producers have a better coming through us rather than a PR company that we've hired. They'd like to hear from our story, from the source, rather than us pitching. That's what we found. Just saying, this is our company, this is how we started, this is what we do, and this is why we're different. And that's it.
Just when do you need that business plan, or do you need a business plan? Does everything have to be on one piece of paper?
So technically, when we started, we didn't have a business plan. But we found along the way, and as we're dealing with our franchisees and so forth, as the business has grown, if you're going to, say, the bank, you need a business plan for them to approve you for a business loan, which can be quite in depth. So there are companies where you can get business plans made. But if I had to go back, I would definitely create a framework of what you're doing. Like, what's your concept? What are your profit and loss margins? And how much is it costing you to do that service or to bake that cupcake? And what's your profitability on that?
Do either of you have any business training?
No.
You have more, yeah.
Well, so basically, prior to Glama Gals, I worked for an electrical company for about 10 years, and I ran the business for them, where we dealt with multiple residential builders and contractors and million-dollar contracts. So that's it. So
a lot of this was learn as you go.
It's basically learn as you go, get educated, and work with the right people that have your best interests in mind, because it's very easy to get taken advantage of too when you're growing a business.
Okay, so your brand, we'll talk about branding later on, but you created your logo, you created your tagline, your elevator pitch. Now, when you were hiring staff, I would assume that could be very scary to hire people to represent your brand.
Of course, yes, especially because we were
is that in her training she can talk to you about.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think it's you have a passion for something, and you want to see the people you're hiring to bring forth that passion, because you can't do it. You can't run 9 stores. So our hiring process over time has changed. So when we first opened up Glama Gals, our hiring process was finding people that connected to what we were doing, love of children, love of doing services, and over time like anything, we've grown, and now our hiring process is just finding that cultural connection. So Glama Gals culture, like the whole, are what we value the most, and making sure the employees that are joining us have that same connection. So we do go through a whole casting call now, where we really make sure that this is something they feel comfortable doing, because we don't want anyone in any of our stores doing something they don't feel comfortable with.
And tell me about that, because just as important as the manicures and the pedicures and the facials, that's really not what Glama Gals is.
No. Well, with anything, we can teach a skill, and the skills are services, and we do have individuals working at our stores that come from those skills, estheticians. However, it's teaching a personality is the challenging thing, right? And it's exhausting too when you're working with children every day, but we need to find the individuals that love that, right? And the ones that are comfortable to dance with the kids and sing and really just be your unique self, because the sillier we act, the more comfortable the kids feel.
And your philosophy, your business philosophy, and the philosophy that you translate in every single one of your locations. Tell us about that.
So our philosophy and mantra is Glama actually stands for Girls Leading and Motivating All Together. And our slogan, our key phrase is be confident, be positive, be you. So it's not just about the spa experience like you were saying earlier. It's more about, the inspirational quotes on the walls. It's the conversation starters that our staff have with the children. If a girl's like, one girl will come in and she'd be doing her hair and make me look totally different. And it's like, no, you're fine the way you are. You don't need to look totally different. Like, we'll do a couple things to you, but don't think like that. So our staff have been mentored from us and trained from us in Josie's training program to have more of an in-depth conversation in regards to that. I also have in-school workshops, free workshops with his anti-bullying, self-esteem, self-confidence, and so forth. But back to the employee, the other thing, if we are giving tips on that, is there's lots of laws to follow, and that can be very intimidating. So if you're starting your own business, it's very important that you go online, follow the Employment Standards Act of Ontario. You follow that thoroughly. If you want me to get back to the, the technicalities,
the nitty-gritty,
because that's so important to follow that. But our staff. Actually, Glama Gal starts with our staff.
That's it.
That's something Josie can explain further and how that works, our three-step process.
So our staff, we value our staff. As creators of Glama Gals, every store owner, that's number one thing. So our process, we believe that if our staff, since we value them the most, if they enjoy what they do and they love what they do, that goes on to our clients. And obviously, after your clients enjoy this experience, that goes out to your what's coming through your doors.
Sales.
Absolutely.
Your sales. So we definitely also lead by example. You'll go into any of our stores and you'll see the store owner a part of that culture too, dancing with the kids, because I think that they need to see it.
I have to cut you off for a second. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. More in the know. Back to In the Know, we are talking about starting your own business with Laura and Josie Canoni from Glama Gal Tween Spa. Josie, you were talking to us about the three-step kind of return on your investment when you hire the right people.
That's exactly it. So we were saying the staff is our core. That is who we value the most. And then the way we see it is your staff enjoy what they do. They love what they do. That comes through to your clients. And then your clients are getting that experience straight hand from them. And then that comes out to your return as a business owner of clients coming back. So our number one philosophy is always leading by example with all of our stores. And we believe that if your employees see how passionate you are about what you're doing, then they'll definitely bring that forward.
Absolutely.
And I think it doesn't matter what concept you have or what brand you have. You can't just have anyone do that, right? You need someone who can really display that brand the best, and the best is to see through you.
Yeah, and then in addition to the legal matters that you were saying, just treatment-wise too, right? You want to treat your employees the way you would like to be treated.
I strongly believe that. And when we're dealing with our franchisees and we first meet with them for the first time, I specifically say the core of any business, of our business, most specifically, is the staff. And I treat all of our staff as I would treat my own daughter. And I've actually never had to let anybody go in all my years because our staff have gone to other things, but then they come back to us and they're like, we've developed that family. And
we like to say a philosophy is, our staff don't come and go. They come and grow.
And grow.
And I think whatever brand or company you're opening up, you need to definitely stand behind what you are.
Yes.
And your staff need to see that too.
Yes.
So let's talk about that growth, because when did you open up your second location?
So in 2011, we opened up our second location.
After a few years.
Yeah, so from 2008 to 2011, we had tons of people walking through our doors asking us, is this a franchise? Is this American? Everyone asked if it was American. I'm like, why can't it just be Canadian? Right? So it's Canadian. So anyhow, we decided that everyone was like, well, we want to try this out, or can you franchise, or we should open one up. So we would actually... everyone knows this, we would lie. We would say, yeah, one's opening here, one's opening there, one's opening there, in that 2008 to 2011 period, because we didn't want anyone to copy our concept, right? And then we realized we wanted to protect it. That's how we knew. We didn't know. So then we finally decided, let's actually open one up. And if we are going to franchise and open this up to everybody else in Ontario and in Canada, let's see if the concept works like a box, like if it's the same box, right? And if it's profitable. So we gambled our own money. So we opened up our Ajax location. We realized that we could duplicate it. We realized that we can train the staff with the concept, came up with our training manual, systems, and so forth, realized it was profitable, and then said, okay, now let's franchise. We hired a franchise consulting team. They gave us the tools, taught us exactly what we needed to be done, from marketing, legal. Legal is huge. You have to, if you're going to franchise your business, you need to have a great franchise lawyer. Don't go get a lawyer that doesn't deal with franchises and deals with, say, family law. It has to be a franchise lawyer. And you should also go on the CFA website, the Canadian Franchise Association website. And they also have, a line you can call to get information. They can give you the proper tools and guide you to the proper people to help you.
Okay. And when it came to scouting your location, so you went Vaughan, Ajax, Newmarket, Toronto.
Yes, absolutely. So basically, we have a section on our website, franchise inquiries. So the franchisees would, that are now, they inquired about opening up a franchise, and we had a plan before we offered up locations. So we wanted to do it that they weren't like a Starbucks, like right beside each other, right? We wanted to do it that each franchisee has enough room to grow and they're not on top, 20 to 30 minutes away. So that's how we came up with our plan. Of marketing. Like some people will ask, oh, can we open up a Richmond Hill location? We're like, no, because we have one in Newmarket, we have one in Vaughan, and we have one in Markham. There's no need for Richmond. Like, right? So that's how people, they're like, please, please. We're like, no, because we don't want them to be we want people to be profitable. That's our goal here.
Right. How do you deal with copycats?
Well, it was very hard at first. We get very sensitive about it because there has been many copycats, and we don't mind if someone has the same idea about the business. Listen, there's different coffee places, Starbucks, Second Cup, etc., and they have their own different ways of doing things, their different menu. But if you're going to copy us straight, like by plagiarism. We kind of have an issue. We approach it with positivity, and we try to maintain our mantra as best we can. A lot of people will tell us, oh my God, they copied everything. Get your legal team. And it's like, we're not going to exhaust our resources and energy in doing that. We're going to go to them and let them know, would you like help? Can we help you kind of change this? Is there anything we can do to, we do get sensitive, but in the end, you know what? Anyone can duplicate Coke, but we have the secret recipe and we have the secret energy. So that's our philosophy.
And it does get new business owners down, especially when you see a new idea you've created and someone copying it. But I always say, you're the one who was passionate about it. You've created it, right? And I think the best person to bring that concept is the person.
We're the originals, yeah.
For everyone to always...
You're so young. Both of you are so young, even combined age, and you have so much energy. What's next? You've already put in 9+ years.
Yes.
What's next for Glama
Retirement.
Gals?
No, I'm joking.
And I don't even think retirement's anywhere in your space.
No, are you? You know what? Even if we do take a day off, we're still working. We can't. So our next scope is we're launching our product line, which is our all-natural nail polish for children, water-based. It is one of the best products on the market for children.
So you've taken your original business and you're tangenting off.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. We have our bath bombs, so we have 18 bath bomb flavors you can choose from. We have our banana and chocolate facial mask line. And so with all those products now, we're working with large retailers to stock those in big stores. I won't say which ones, you'll be finding out soon enough.
Yes.
And little small boutiques as well, local boutiques to carry like our nail polishes. So that's where we're headed. We're also headed in opening across Canada.
Wow.
So we're not going to do too much more in Ontario, maybe a couple more, but more across Canada. And we're looking that we're not going to be opening up the big Glama Gal tween spas. There'll be more like the Glama Gal boutiques that are like in Blue Mountain. So that type of Glama Gal will be opening.
So you're taking this one concept once again, branching it out, changing it.
Yes.
Tailoring it.
We have to change. Society's changing, right? Children are changing what they want, what they don't want. So that's how we're kind of going with the flow.
Our vision's always the same, and with any business owner, your vision should stay the same, but you change and always grow with it and add more to it.
Yep.
And just keep going.
Keep going.
So just like you said, you should have had a business plan 9 years ago or 10 years ago. Do you have a development or business plan for the next 10 years?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we strategic plan every September. So every September we do that and we put our goals, what we're looking for, and so forth.
All right. We have to go.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Julia.
And thank you very much to everyone for watching In the Know. If you'd like some more information on In the Know, visit our website, rogerstv.com/inthenoknow. If you'd like some more information on Glama Gals, visit their website and maybe inquire about being a franchise owner one day. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.